Alrighty. How's everybody? It's Tuesday. Wait, is it Tuesday? Yes, it's Tuesday. I sometimes forget what day it is. Is that normal? I feel like that's normal. I feel like it's not normal. My days are getting all squished together. I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate it at all. But how's it going, everybody? We've got Valen, Fortuna, and Harmless in chat already. Oh, well, I'm glad to see that still works. Also, caution with my stone, my wings are fragile. I, first off, did not throw a stone at you. I threw a brick, which is very different because a stone is made of rock. A brick is made of clay. Alright? I want to be very clear about that. And clay is not a stone. Is it a stone? Wait, hold on. Shit, now I gotta look that up. A stone. Huh. So clay stone is a stone, but clay itself is a fine-grained natural soil. Yeah, by the way, I threw stuff at you, you threw stuff at me. We're all square and squaresies and squiz, and I am very tired. I didn't really sleep last night. And then I tried an energy drink, and boy howdy, I am never having one of those energy drinks ever again, because oh, it has done terrible things to me. And I do not appreciate. Not one bit. So, I'm never having those energy drinks ever again. But still. No, don't use Satchel on me as well. Well, yeah, you have ADHD. Yeah, but, you know, it didn't give me a headache or anything. It just made me have to go to the bathroom. It creates a negative loop. Speaking of negative loops, what's with you? Getting all closing shifts now. They just have like a hate boner for you now because you put it in your 2 weeks? Is that what it is? Nope, I forgot to click this. Give me a second. Pop that. There we go. Yeah, that's the norm. Well, that sucks. I like how that picture just has ducks going in a circle. I can't remember where we were bringing them. Oh, I think we were going to the inn. Did I use the skills last time? Yeah, I did. Okay. Also, just so everyone knows, Robot Rhapsody is going live with its Kickstarter tomorrow. So you need to go over there and make sure that you are ready for that and actually backing Robot Rhapsody. Otherwise, Toby will no longer get treats or pets. Speaking of pets, hi Lilo. Did you come running over because you want something? Or because you want attention? Okay, you're just being a cat. Okay. Hello. Cat. Is that animal cruelty? No, it's not animal cruelty. Toby's a little chunky. He can be fine without, you know, treats. Forever. Because people didn't back Robot Rhapsody. It's nothing like a taza de cafe to put you at ease after a hard day's work. You would like a room for tonight? Fortunately, I have none available. If I were you, I'd knock on the door of the Monastery of Life, the southwest of the city. The nuns who live there welcome all the travelers. I guess we don't have much choice. Antonio, aren't you some sort of, like, governor or son or something like that? Wait, did it say southwest? If that's the case, I'm subliterate. Let's go to there. I had intended to come here for a long time, but Fortuna decided otherwise. Welcome to the Monastery Life. Since it was founded some 5 centuries ago, the sisters here have welcomed thousands of travelers and other pilgrims. Oh, they sure do welcome people. Signor Antonio, what are you doing here at this time of night? Have you come to spend another night at the monastery? See, however, we will need a room that can be double-locked to prevent our captive from escaping. We have no such room in the guest wing. You'll have to discuss this with La Madre Superior. Se volete segurium, if you want to follow me. I probably butchered the fuck out of that. Oh, who's a pretty kitty? Just, like, give us a room that has access to the basement, and then we can throw our captive down there, beat the shit out of them, and then, I don't know, tie them to the furnace. I thought that La Madre Superior would be here. She must be in the chapel. You wait for us in this room for a few moments. See, of course. I like the idea that we're just pulling people, this, you know, unconscious person around. And it's like, oh, we probably should sit him in the chair, you know, to make him look proper. We sit him down, and they, like, flop forward and, like, face plant into the table and just, like, lay there. It's like, I'm sure they're fine. Antonio, ecote finalmente mascalonte. Mascalonte? Bonus Fabiana. Antonio recognizing someone again. Why am I not surprised at all this? Oh, but you didn't come alone. Would you introduce me to those new faces? Angel, this is Fabiana. She's the second in command at the monastery and has much more adventurous spirit than her main occupation would suggest. Fabiana, you're looking at Angel, a traveler from Valencia whose father mysteriously disappeared last night. Nice to meet you? Gia is Sonari? Carolina? Words. She says you're rather cute. Note that with her, everything is either cute or not cute. And finally we have suspicious individual number 6, who will have lots of questions for when he wakes up from his little nap. Carino. Can I interrogate him? Per favore? Maybe we'll try a less extreme method first. Yes, he needs to be not molested if possible. Crazy nun. Buonasera, Fabiana. Non c'è per caso sai di... fucking words. Yeah, I'll be honest, I never learned Spanish or Portuguese or any other languages throughout my life, aside from, like, a little bit of German. Ich spreche kleine Deutsche. This, however, is... This is beyond me. Hello, why don't you tell me what brings you here? So you think this young man knows something about your father's disappearance? He had a wedding ring belonging to my father on him. As he found it on the ground by chance, he must have at least seen my father after he disappeared. Do you have any idea why he's wearing that old torn mage's robe? It's not the same kind of outfit worn by the fugitive behind whom the whole Garudia relay is running. Wait, what? Not the same kind of outfit worn by the fugitive behind whom the whole Guardia relay is running. This sentence makes no fucking sense. It's not the same kind of outfit worn by the fugitive, behind whom the whole Royal Guard is running. I believe it's supposed to be is chasing. But even then, that doesn't make sense. Because the word behind. It should, yeah, it should be, it's not the same kind of outfit worn by the fugitive, whom the whole Royal Guard is chasing. Or should it be, yeah, probably not it's not, but more of is it not? Yeah, is it not the same kind of outfit worn by the fugitive, whom the whole Royal Guard is chasing? I think that's what you were trying to say. But my dyslexia is bad. But this sentence makes no sense. In my opinion, it's a deliberate choice. If my intuition is right, our captive is probably a petty thief. He must have thought that posing as this fugitive would be a simple and not too risky way of making the biggest profit. And what was he doing in the Kingdom of De Terra? He just stumbled across the secret passage in the portal. He must have thought that it was his chance of a lifetime to become rich. Which is the theory. Looking forward to interrogating him to find out how correct your analysis is. Scusa. It's getting really late. Shouldn't I show you to your rooms? Proposal accepted. Okay, but there's a shiny biddy over there I want to get. Gentleman's Royal Suite is ready. Locked up until he wakes up. Right, see what room we've got left for you two. All the rooms to the south are occupied. We'll have to make do with this double room. She's fine. Good night. What were you going to do, my dear Antonio? Go to sleep? Good idea. Angel will sleep with me, and you'll sleep in my room. Wait, what? No discussion. Whoever told you that you're a real bonehead? On your time, see? And I still have no idea what that means. Angel, I need you to get to know Fabiana. Don't worry, she only bites if you try to steal her blanket. Quite a card. If you say so. But avoid expressions with her for reasons of mutual understanding. I mean, you're no ordinary nun. Devereaux? Yet there's nothing exceptional about my story. Shouldn't take very long to tell, then. By the way, which of the two beds do you want? The one on the right. I'm used to having the one on my left when I sleep. I'm all ears. One day, a nun who had risen at dawn discovered a strange basket at the entrance to the monastery. Inside was a smiling baby. As there were no clues to the child's origin, she was brought among the nuns. Today, the sister who made the curious discovery runs the monastery, and the child she took in is her beautiful, faithful second. Indeed. The story was rather concise. When the long version came out. Later on, now it's your turn. Return to Salt life? Well, it's more in the north of the continent. For reasons that my father kept to himself, I had to separate from my mother and flee the country with me. We found refuge in the public school in Valencia, where I spent my entire childhood studying and training hard to keep up with the school's standards. Literally 2 days ago, I received my diploma, and my father told me that he had received a letter from my mother asking him to meet her in Nesina. As the rest you already know, father disappears, and Antonio helps me with my search. I had a feeling you were quite blonde for Valencian. Appearances can be deceiving, yes. Tonio had the same thought. Excuse me. Let me get some sleep so we're in shape to interrogate suspicious individual number 6 tomorrow morning. Yes. Good night, Fabiana. Fabulosa. I get the feeling that mysterious, suspicious individual number 6 is going to get the good old dick twist. Can't sleep. The baby to my left, on the other hand, seems to be fast asleep. Well, I can't just sit here waiting in vain to fall into the arms of Morpheus. Let's go for a little walk, take my mind off things. The music stopped. Hey, person. I've been a light sleeper. Sister Fabiana's gentle snoring doesn't help. Usually recommend insomniacs to take a walk outside. Per Esempio, I literally count the sheep in the pastures to the west of the monastery. Are you got a walker mind? As long as you stay within the limits of the monastery, do as you please, child. I'm gonna loot the place. Someone just left a book lying around? Rude. Money! I kind of like the layout of this monastery. It's very nice. It feels like an actual monastery. Now, if only I could figure out where the fuck I'm supposed to go. It's just counting sheep. This one's locked. Here, you sleep here there? I'd love to be in bed, but someone has to be up in case we have a visitor in the middle of the night. Oh, you're on watch. In other words, sorry about that. Unstamante, Unstamante. Yeah, I got nothing. Yay, BG. Good luck with the tech issues. Spending the night and reading a good book is a lot less tiring than getting up at the crack of dawn to do chores. Whew. Ah. Someone there. Of course someone was there. Or maybe my imagination's playing tricks on me again. Just say it was sheep. That'll be better for my sanity. Lots of money. Bee? Bee? What about bees? It's a duck. It goes quack quack until I get it, and then it goes splat. God dang it. It's weird that we haven't heard much from the imposter. Sister at the Earth Temple said he'll be fine, so I guess I have no reason to worry about him much. Can't wait to interrogate him. Got many questions for him. Oh, do you hear me coming? Are you listening right now? Don't pretend. Not sure I'm very credible in his eyes. He probably thinks I'm making fun of him. But to think about it, maybe he just doesn't understand Valencian. Let the other two question him. Non so parla castellano? Hui bodnote? I think I'll be remembered for my diplomatic skills. Well, I'm glad to know that someone else's command of the foreign tongue is as shit as mine. Also, sleeping in your traveling clothes, that's a terrible idea. How'd it go? Edwin said yes. Congratulations on your first ball. What about you? Have you chosen your prom date yet? What? You don't want to tell me who it is? I'm gonna put it. I got a scheduling conflict. There's an orienteering event in Lissy on the same date. I really wanted to take part. Ah, too bad. Good orienteering to you then. Come on, it's open. There you go. We're gonna do it for you. I'm all ears. Don't worry, even if you say something stupid to me, I won't judge you. You're greeting my prom date. There, that's much better. It's a very interesting proposal you're making there. In other circumstances, I'd have seriously considered it. Unfortunately, I've already accepted the proposal of someone else. It was Cynthia, wasn't it? She's always been in my way, that bitch. The angel I know wouldn't be drawn into such emotions. So I'd like you to give up so easily. I'm sure that someone like you will find a soulmate in the end. No, you're right. Been behaving like a child. Have a good ball, Arthur. Sorry for putting you through all this. Good luck in your search for a prom date. Ooh. I really have to think about signing up for this orienteering event. Poor Angel. Didn't have a date for the prom. Was that a memory? Or was that a fantasy? Time will tell. Yes? Salve, dear child. Sorry if I woke you. I just wanted to let you know that Signor Antonio and Suo Fabiano have started questioning your captive. Perfect. She'll be doing an excellent job. And dear Elvero, it's not going very well. Wouldn't you be inclined to give them a hand? Why should it be any better at interrogating a prisoner than those two? Experience in this area is almost non-existent. Una Senzion. I'll be there soon. Grazie mille to the child. Alright, time to use the Valentian strategy of the good old dick twist. It's where you forcefully grab them by the dick and twist it. With gusto. During the meeting in the chapel. I'll get him to confess in a few minutes. There's a trouble event story. Yes, it's saved, even though we just saved. Doing no well. Bene verocie. How'd you, Angel? So fast asleep we didn't dare wake you. That's right. I understand your interrogation isn't going so well. Scoundrel didn't say a word, so much so that Fabio wondered if he was capable of speech. He cast a sleeping spell on me. There's no word on which there's no world in which he's mute. Short, got nothing out of him. Well, better luck. But you can't speak Castilian. I know it's trouble getting the people of Alzano to understand me so far. There's not much to lose by trying. Would I try on my own first? If I were him, I'd be fed up with you two. I think Angel meant to say, wouldn't be better if I tried on my own first? Or, could I try on my own first? I think could I try on my own first works better. Look, Angel, if he does anything or doesn't seem to understand what I'm saying, I'll let you know. Oh, again. It's true that the two of us have never really had a chance to have a proper chat. An Angel's Rins. I was born in the north, but I lived in Valencia all my life. I suppose it's pointless asking me asking you what your name is. I'll probably come up with a little nickname for you. I'm gonna come with a neutral name. Can I not input my own nickname? None of the above. Cockknocker. Oh, no. Let's just go with Mystery Man. Seems though he doesn't want to talk to me, he can understand me. Don't like the name? You can always give me your real name. It's likely to work, you never know. We'll keep Mystery Man then. Now that the introduction has been made, why don't we talk a little bit about your schedule over the last few days. Translating that part was an experience. A part-time experience. Ha-ha! Given your lack of enthusiasm, I'm going to start the conversation. Let's begin with a simple but important detail to get things off to a good start. You were the hidden person I bumped into the Earth Dungeon, weren't you? Sure, it was him I faced in the dark because... They were both wearing black magician's robes, admittedly, but the clothes don't make the man. Sonya was saying last night, the mystery man may have imitated the fugitive's outfit to provide a cover for his crimes. I'm sure that was him that I faced because of... It's going to be very important later. In a moment. Fine. The mistress of the place told us that she only had 3 visitors to her kingdom yesterday. Me, you, and Antonio. If that hooded person isn't you, then who is it? There's always a possibility that the goddess has lied to us. Allow me to start by assuming that it was simply you. Take this reaction as a confession. It's best to remain silent, but his reactions betray his thoughts. If we keep this up, he'll tell me everything I want to know without even saying a word. Let's talk about what was for me the source of very unpleasant disappointment. Why on earth were you wearing a blonde wig in the Kingdom of Terra? Should I just guess myself? Alright then. You were blonde wig because you wanted to... Pass soon. When I heard the news about a blonde man into the cellar of the Earth Temple, I was over the moon. I was finally going to find out what happened to my father. It was too good to be true. And indeed, it was too good to be true. No father, just a little thug who just decided to break into the temple wearing a blonde wig. An individual who, despite having taken his precautions, was spotted by the crowd. What a coincidence, don't you think? What if it wasn't coincidence at all? Tell me, wasn't your goal to make yourself look like father so that we'll follow you through the portal? It wouldn't have been very difficult for you to find out about my father's disappearance. All you had to do was listen in to our conversation in the hut. On the right track. Continuing on this path, I'd say that the reason you wanted to lure us to the Kingdom of Terra was the tome. A tome, like the one you dropped, doesn't seem quite right in the hands of a small-time bandit. Yet you seem to know how to use it. Can't imagine what secrets it might hold. In short, losing this tome wasn't part of your plan. After losing it in our altercation, getting the book back was your #1 priority. Am I right? Can't be far from the truth. Why stop there? Sure, my dear mystery man has a few half-stifled words to say to me about my father's disappearance. In fact, you met my father at least once. Alright, stop. You already know too much. Let me tell you the rest. You're finally ready to spill the beans? Wonderful. What's your name, by the way? Calling you Mr. Man was dangerously close to too long joke zone. My real name is Hope. If I tell you anything else, you're going to have to swear the most precious thing in your life that you'll keep my confidences to yourself. Swear on my father's life that I want to keep to myself anything you tell me that is not directly related to his disappearance. There be no misunderstanding. The only reason I'm telling you all this is because I don't want you to come to the wrong conclusion about me. I'm all ears. Might as well start at the very beginning. I'll start in the year in the year 1, in a place very different from here. All started in year 1. Wait, does it say what? Is it supposed to be 1 year? Like 1 year ago, or is it supposed to be literally year 1? Long ago, in a shitty place. Hope, it's me. I'm home. With water. Hope? Yeah. What you bunking me for? Hope? I'm here, Mom. Hope, what were you thinking scaring me like that? Deserves an appropriate punishment. 10 hours of intense training, for example. Huge monster was looking around. I got scared and took refuge in the secret hideout. You always told me that I had to avoid these creatures at all costs, so... Sorry I shouted. You did exactly what you had to do. Also, forgive me for leaving you alone for so long. I had trouble finding drinking water. I was starving since the last time we saw each other. No, not really. I'd rather you told me a story. It's been a really long time. You're gonna need your strength for the next 10 hours of intense training. What? I thought you weren't mad at me for all the hiding. To blame you for that at all, my little heart. However, this incident reminds me that I must speed up your training. You can't remain so vulnerable in such a hostile environment. You need to get stronger. Strength and magic don't come without effort. Don't see this as punishment. Think of it as the next step in your learning process. When you finish your long lesson, you'll have more stories about the world beyond the barrier than you've ever dreamed of. My little heart. Time to get up, my little heart. Today is a great day. Yes, today is my 17th birthday. Does that mean I'm an adult now? Almost. You have one more thing to do before you can call yourself one. Incidentally, receive your birthday present. And what's that last detail? Hope today's the day you beat me in a duel without me letting you win. Wait, what? Take all the time you need to prepare. I can never defeat a fighter like you. Besides, you're both my mentor and my mother. You never think about how I fight. You will defeat me. You're not a child anymore, Hope. It's time for you to show the fruits of your learning by proving that you're capable of surpassing your parents. Waiting it for you outside. Don't disappoint me, Hope. Please. Oh, man. Please remember to discern between the pages of these books. East, southeast. Northwest. Northwest, east, southeast. What's that? Found some scissors. So wait, hold on. West. East. That was too good to be true. It's just far too generous swear. However, it has considerable potential. Stored by a craftsman worthy of the name, this garment would be an exceptional piece of equipment. Imagine it must have belonged to Mother before she ended up here. Keep looking. Maybe we'll find enough sewing material to repair it. North, west, east. I can only guess this is what it is. North, west, east, southeast. Nope. Okay. Safety pin. Oh. Got some money. Can you imagine how it ended up here? Ah, it was for here. Ah, I see now. So it was north, west, east, and southeast. Doesn't feel right. Must be missing something. Nope. Oh well. Choose as a shiny charm for my next Pokemon run. What? What do you mean use me as a shiny charm? Northwest, east, southeast. Usually get more Chinese. No. I'm not here. I'm not here to help you find Pokemon. You know, it's actually been a good minute since I've played a Pokemon game. So yeah. Maybe the puzzle doesn't. Because it said north, west, then east, then southeast. I don't think there's anything southeast. Oh? Hey, there is. We're trying to take good care of it. Levels. Oh. I thought this had something to do with repairing the dress. But apparently not. For sewer equipment. Exactly. Confident that this will help you, then here's something to assist you in task. Find all the treasures, except for love. Oh. So we think that Mother had scattered the sewer materials on purpose. Well, I have all the materials now, right? So where the fuck do I go to make it put together? Cheap web that is softer and stronger than what the gods wear. Web of lies, in other words. Yeah. Okay. I think I have all the pieces. Not seeing any of the shiny bits. Yeah, fuck it, we go. Otherwise it won't have any effect. Wait, no, that's too shiny bit. Fix the dress. An amended dress. Hope on to the new armor. A man in a dress. Let's see, what is she weak against? Weak to fire. Frozen fire combo. Goddamn. If you could beat me, perhaps you should ask me for advice? No shame in draft one. Start duel. Nope. Maybe I do need to equip this then. The thing is like, it makes a lot of my steps go down. Nope, I took more damage from that. Okay. Let's see, I have no intention of letting you win. Which probably prefer if I came up with this strategy. It's obvious you won't be able to withstand my coup de grace without adopting a more defensive posture. Execution EX, on the other hand, gains in power with the injury suffered by its target. Protecting yourself won't be enough. However, you can try to heal your wounds between my first two attacks. Did I teach you a skill that can do that? Yeah. Let's do Burning Blow. Yeah. Reaper. This is wrong. Magnificent. Proud of you. My little hope. Your father would be too. Now that this is out of the way, why don't we move on to your birthday present? When I received it, wasn't it the tome of the dress? No, it wasn't. It's just the equipment we needed to face the perils that await us. Wait, you're not playing too. Much is well-founded, Hope. We're off to the gate. Happy birthday to you. Just proved to me that you're capable of enduring the journey so far. We're only 200 kilometers from freedom. You think the barrier will let us through? It's holding back everyone who has been banished here for horrible crimes they've committed. They've always been innocent. You weren't even born when the guilty verdict came down. If I didn't have a child to care for and protect against all odds, I'd have embarked on this perilous journey 17 years ago. So what won't hold us back? And you're just telling me now? Let's leave immediately. World beyond the barrier. Here we come. A week's effort wouldn't have been too much to reach this cursed barrier. So this is the magical dome that it serves as the border between, border with the world beyond the barrier. Does look very impressive. Don't be fooled. Anyone attempting to cross this dome in any way will be struck by a violent burst of energy that could result in death. Fortunately, that won't be our case. The barrier won't hold us back. Forgot. There's one last important detail to realize before we cross the barrier. To the people on the other side of the barrier, we're still dangerous criminals. Once they notice we're gone, we'll be the number 1 and 2 most wanted men. Can we just turn ourselves in while insisting on our innocence? It's unlikely that the patrol we turn ourselves into would do anything other than kill us or send us back here on the spot. They think we were up to ruse. The Plains of Exile is a place reserved for the worst criminals, so anyone who leaves here would inevitably be considered one. It's not certain that we'll get a second chance. I see. His plan would be to avoid being noticed as much as possible, and forgotten. Once everything has calmed down, come up with a long-term solution. Solutions such as finding a country willing to give us asylum, or convincing the Castellio authorities of our innocence. Understood. Was that the last detail you had in mind? Can we go through to the dome now? In case anything goes wrong, I'll try to cross the barrier one at a time. Otherwise, nothing else to add. Honor is yours. Done it. I'm on the other side perfectly unscathed. Ready to make the crossing too? Mother? Mother? Hope, you've been a wonderful child. What are you talking about? Join me. Remember when I taught you years ago that you should never lie? Well, I've applied that principle myself all my life, except for one particular detail. Hope, I wasn't sent here by mistake. Committed acts for which I'm beyond forgiveness. Beyond the barrier, I was known as the Miriam Full Moon, the last queen of Anhasa, the city of knowledge. It's all you need to know for now. A trip to the library will tell you the rest. I certainly should have told you all this when you were old enough to understand. It would have saved me years of torment. So now you know who your model mother really is. She's nothing but a sinner and a big hypocrite. Ready to take all the slaps you want to give me. I more than deserve them. When you prefer a farewell hug. Ah, that's sweet. Taking things far too calmly for someone who I've just admitted that I stole 17 years of his life. I only know you as mother. And in that role, you have an exemplary score. Don't talk rubbish. If I'd really been a perfect mother, I'd have confessed to my jailers that I was pregnant. They would have appreciated having to keep me for a few more months. They'd have recognized that my child didn't deserve the same fate as me. Who knows? The King of Stellio... That's weird. King of Turn might have taken you under swing. Maybe, but I've lost you. All things considered, I may stay here. If that's the only way I can stay with you, I'm not going to leave you down here alone. Don't be ridiculous, Hope. All you'll find here are ferocious beasts that can crush you with a single step, souls damned for eternity. Foul air and food that'll gradually eat away at your health, and water that has to be distilled several times to be drinkable. The only reason you tolerate all this is because you've never known anything else, and because I've done my best to spare you the worst of this world. These lands have nothing to offer you, not even the certainty of waking up with a mother by your side. What are you insinuating? I haven't been feeling well at all for 6 months now. No idea what it is exactly, or even if it's contagious. The only thing I do know is that I probably don't have much longer. Longer to live. We'll have to get the farewell short. Sure want me to leave this place and never see me again? Yes, that would be the penultimate order I give you. Very well then. My order is simple. Live and be happy. Yes, Mother. Very well. Farewell, Mother. And then a beast showed up and mauled her in front of his eyes. It's quite a story. What about my father? When did you meet him? You had a ring that belonged to him the first time we met in the Kingdom of Terra. Sit up straight. Ever seen your father? Wait, why do you say sit up straight? Why just randomly saying sit up straight? That makes no sense. With the ring, I found it by the side of a path in the Black Forest. You expect me to believe that you found my father's wedding ring on the ground just by chance? That's correct. Why should I believe you? Because I'm telling the truth? The stupidest defense I've ever heard. I don't think that's how you spell defense. It's up to you to decide what's really stupid here. If I have the slightest doubt that you've made me a fool, you'll pay 100-fold. 100 times 0, still 0. You idiot. Now, what are you going to do now that you've heard all this? Think about how I'm going to explain to the situation to the others without betraying the promise I made you. Indeed, it'd be a very complex exercise in style. You would by any chance want to tell them everything yourself. It'd be much easier for everyone. I think you greatly underestimate the hatred that the name Full Moon can inspire. Since then, she has never come back to sing here. She was, however, inconsolable when she heard what happened here. I'm going to choose very carefully when one of us reveals this information, that's for sure. Keeping it a secret may be the right thing to do, at least in the short term. But sooner or later, someone will find out your true identity. That's the risk I'm prepared to take. Antonio thinks you're a small-time crook who was impersonating the fugitive to cover up your crimes. Do you want me to corroborate the story? Yes, that sounds like a good explanation. Especially as I'm not too far from reality. I've had to resort to pilfering on several occasions to feed myself or to get a certain wig. There's a 50-50 chance that we'll hand you over to the Royal Guard. Are you mentally prepared for that possibility? Yes. Very well. Quickly tell the others that my interrogation was successful. Right back, so behave yourself in the meantime. Ciao, Nuovo, Angel. How did the interrogation go? Well, I gave him the good old dick twist. Quite well. Took a while, but I managed to get a few things out of him. Magnifico. You could do it. What did he confess? In the end, it was Antonio who was right. The prisoner was a thief who had set his sights too high. Claims to have no connection with my father's disappearance. Didn't he tell you about a more complex motive? What do you mean by that? The discussion lasted a long time. It's just that he had a lot to tell. Add as Simpio a heavy secret that he had never confided before. Such a subject had come up in our discussions. He wouldn't want me to talk to you about it. See? Incomprehensible. Where have Antonio and Fabiano gone? The interrogation dragged on. Suo Fabiano persuaded Senor Antonio to go for a walk in the meadows. I believe she's giving him the gluck gluck. Ah. Well, I'll probably wait for them to come back then. I'm not going to leave our captive without a minimum surveillance. Might be waiting for them for quite a while. If you like, you can look after your prigioniero while you go and meet them. You do that? That should be just fine. Obviamente. Gaze meli. Blech. Granny doing the peace of mind. Fine, it's going to be a bit longer than expected. I'll leave you in the company of Mother Superior in the meantime. You know her, understand? Of course I will. Oh, Granny's going to take advantage of him now. They were in the pastures last time I saw them. More precisely in the southern enclosure. Oh. I'm sure it doesn't hold water. I must have omitted at least a few compromising details. It's not unlikely my father simply lost his wedding ring, which is usually securely attached to his ring finger. Someone or something must have forced him to part with it. You fool! What? Maybe. Perhaps my father left his wedding ring behind intentionally? Why would he do that? Did he want me to know that he had been through the forest? Unless... might be hiding... What's this? Bingo. That's a tiny-ass message. Or that's a giant fucking ring. So I swear I'm going to have to step out for a bit. Worst comes to worst, we'll meet up where and when you know. Steps into the forest on his own, left me the ring discreetly to pass on this message. It's always more reassuring possibility than imagining him being attacked or kidnapped. No, thankfully. I love you! I love you! I love you! I love you too! Also, I got a question. A ring, like a men's wedding band. It's normally like this thick, right? How would you hide a letter inside of that? It's got like a secret compartment in it with a tiny note. How tiny would that be? No. Well, yeah, I did, but that I thought
a whole ass map in that ring.
It was engraved, and plus that was a sci-fi ring. This one had just a secret compartment.
Oh, because this is set in this world.
No.
With hair like that, sheep looking like that. This is set in this universe.
No. The thing is, how big would the ring have to be in order to hide a note inside of it? Like a paper note.
Okay, I understand what you're asking, but you also have to understand there are such a thing as lockets.
Yes.
Also, let me put my shit down. First of all, I was getting mixed signals from the kids, so I was trying to go over here and tell you to shut the fuck up. Now you have to.
Uh-huh.
Then you could put a little piece of paper there. Need to remind you, in V for Vendetta, that woman wrote her whole autobiography on toilet paper that she rolled up into the sides of the blunt.
Yeah.
Okay, so you write a letter like that, roll it up to fit inside a band, and then if the band opens, put the letter in there.
I'm not convinced, love. I'm sorry. Because it's like a wedding.
Is the band.
No, like it's an actual wedding.
I'm saying use your fucking imagination and shut the fuck up. This is the band.
Uh-huh.
If it opens like that,
no.
If you take the ring off and it opens, you can put a letter in it.
But it doesn't open like that. It's got a...
No, not like that. Like that.
No, it doesn't. But...
How do you know?
Because
Watch it open?
it showed a picture, actually. It had like a compartment on the inside of the ring that opened.
Okay, so it opened like that. It opened.
No, like it's got like a compartment right here that opened, and the Chad, she's getting annoyed with me.
Yeah, because you're trying. Don't touch me. You're trying to put logic into fantasy world.
Yes.
Like, I would like to point out that in my story, my dragon rider literally has a bracelet that turns into claws that fit on her hands.
Yes.
Don't touch me. Magic is a thing.
I know.
But logically, it could also work. Magic is just science we don't have a name for yet. So it can be done. There's no such thing as original thought.
I know.
Therefore, the idea you don't touch.
I'm just trying to kiss your hand. Let me see your finger. Oh, it's doing better. Put a glove on this time. You are my business. I love you. Yeah. Oh. Sorry. That's just how we flirt. Hey! Rude. Don't give your spouse a ring with a secret compartment. You're a bad spouse. First off, those are called poison rings, and actually, I'm pretty sure if I gave her one, she'd use it. Well, things considered, I won't actually believe what Hope told me. Okay, so now to find Antonio and Fabiana as they're doing the good old tongue battle of the tonsils. Oh, they're over there. No. Maybe it just hid to document? No, it hid his memoirs. Going to ignore them so they have time to make another party member? Of course! We need another party member. So I have work to do for the monastery. I'm in the middle of translating the ancient text right now, so I do not need your company. Well, you should pick up your book, bitch. We'll have to wait a few years for them to be of any use. Not sure how much baby will be in battle. Baby casts Gaga. Cast Goo Goo Gaga. Fucking black hole rips open. Oh, but I recognize you. Met at the Traveler's Haven. Were you able to find any trace of your father? Caught a thug carrying my father's wedding ring. Fortunately, this thug had nothing to tell me about my father's disappearance. It's a shame. But don't let that discourage you. I'm sure you'll discover a tangible lead to find your father. Thanks for the encouragement. Turns out she's the one who kidnapped your father, and that's because she's holding him in the sex dungeon. The enemy is so annoyed he defeats itself. Tasks to the monastery are always divided equally between the nuns. However, each of us excels more or less at each of them. As a result, we regularly swap out chores so that we can do the ones that bother us the least. He's coming home today, but before he does, I must thank all les soirées who took good care of him during his convalescence. I don't understand you. This poor bambino was seriously ill when he arrived here. Fortunately, we were able to find him suitable treatment. See how much better he's getting. Yeah, I'm going to punch him in the face. Treat that. Guests are expected to help with chores, and I did not. Oh, excuse me. Almost all guests have an excellent memory of their time here. I have to admit that I haven't always understood why. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. It's just that sometimes I wonder how many of these returns are motivated simply by politeness. The row we had at home the day before yesterday. Per Fortuna, met this gentleman last night. Talking to him gave me something else to think about. I plan to leave this morning, but in fine, I may be here longer than expected. In fine? Mom did this nice senora last night. I could do with another day to get to know her better. Ah, you also want to do the tongue boxing. I see. Well, best of luck to you. I hope you get herpes. Alright. Speaking of STDs, let's stop some from spreading. Hey, you two. Torio, posso chiedere una cosa? Sì, ti ascolto. We have a serious discussion. We're gonna wait till it's over. Oh, l'impressione. Fucking words. I'm sure someone who speaks this language would be able to translate it very well, but I, unfortunately, cannot. Oh, hi, kitty. There's a lot being said. I don't know what's being said, but there's a lot being said. And because of that, I don't really enjoy it. Maybe the kitty knows. No, she's a calico, a tabby calico. So she doesn't have very many brain cells. Like Toby gave her his brain cells to like use responsibly, and instead, she gets the poop zoomies. I feel like I'm watching a Spanish soap opera, but I'm not certain. So here's my question. Is what they're discussing lore or plot relevant? Actually, considering how long this discussion has been going, I probably wouldn't put it all in this other language. I would have it in English, but like have a notation of like we used to do this in when I used to do role-playing games, or in role-playing, I'm going to put it in chat. But essentially, like, you would put, essentially, kind of like that, where you've got, like, the greater than, less than signs. So that way it indicates that it is being spoken in a language that is not the native tongue. But it also still allows others, and in this case, your audience, to understand what is being said. It's fine that Angel doesn't know, because Angel doesn't speak the language. And you can still have Angel reference the fact that they do not understand what's being said. So, you don't have to do it for every instance of people, you know, using one or two words or using a sentence in this other language, unless it is like the main characters, or in this case like party members, or very long scenes. The reason being is because since I don't speak these languages, and I'm only being polite by not just mashing A until I see words that I do understand. So if what they're saying is supposed to be important, either to the plot overall, or into lore development, or just in general, have them actually speaking in a language that is, you know, consistent with everyone else. But find ways of notating that they are speaking a foreign language. That way you can still keep the diversification that you want, where it's like, oh yeah, we're not in Valencia anymore, we're in Castilian and they speak a foreign language. Angel doesn't need to know. Angel doesn't have to know. But from a player perspective, because I am essentially, how to put it, not quite God, but essentially like an omniscient observer. Because there may be scenes where it's like, meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom, and other things. Like, Angel doesn't know what's going on at the Legion of Doom, but I, as the viewer, I know what's going on at the Legion of Doom, because I'm seeing it happen. So it doesn't help that, like, you know, 1 second we're at, at the Hall of Justice, where Batman is, talking to Superman, and then it says, like, meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom, Lex Luthor, and then it switches to French for some reason. It gives the scene a way different flavor if the player understands effortlessly what happens. True, but at the same time, hold on. Let's talk about it. So, let's just go with so far. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So, it's obvious that they've got feelings for each other. But the fact that, there's 17 blocks of dialogue before then, it's rather, again, there's a way to write it to where, one, the player is not confused and just going off of, hopefully, facial expressions, which, let's be honest, RPG Maker does not always have the best facial expressions. But going off of facial expressions and hoping they sort of understand, versus the player can understand while still having Angel not knowing. If you don't want to change it, that's fine. But at the same time, like I said, it's more of, at a certain point, you're going to just kind of expect players to just start mashing through and then be very fucking confused, because here we have like 17 blocks of dialogue where they understand nothing. Just have them kiss and fade to black as Theme 6 plays. Wait, who would do that? Normal devs. It's got to be all of a sudden. Two people like before. What's it different this time? Because you're jealous. This is time to meet them, pretend I haven't seen anything. You were standing like 5 feet away from them. How did they not notice you? Hello, Antonio and Fabiana. Looking for you too. Salve, Angel. As a result of your long interrogation. Didn't actually do that in Harold's Island adventure. No. What you do is you cut to black right before the kiss, and then play a sound effect of the victory sound. Followed by a Luigi. Wahoo! Took a long time, but in the end, my questioning paid off. This is what he told me. Last thing you've seen before it goes is penguin underwear. Less talking, Harold. Penguin underwear. Final Fantasy VII fanfare. Zero was right. Poor guy. I almost feel sorry for him. Stealing isn't cute at all. Deserves a few well-placed staff strikes. Visit the Commandant Alessandro seems a better alternative. Must have quite a few questions to ask him about his schedule over the last few days. Rather than deciding his fate in advance, would you prefer to go back to the chapel? Perhaps you'd like to have a stay in what will happen to him? Indeed, that's far more appropriate. Otherwise, we could just beat him up and Commandant Alessandro's office. He aspetta tamani. I have no idea what that's doing. Hello again, Mother Superior. How did our thief behave during our absence? Adorable. It was lovely. Oh, and he had something to ask you. Vi, Signor Antonio, and Sua Fabiana are both very nice people. You shouldn't be afraid of them. Miss Bridget says that I do some community service to atone for my actions. If it's all right with you, I'd much rather do that than be handed over to the authorities. Interesting change of tone. It's much cuter now that he's talking. Given that you've only committed minor offenses, community service does seem an appropriate punishment indeed. At least I didn't have to go have her go 960 by 960 pixels there. Just have them like extremely blown up for some reason. However, Commander won't like it too much if we deprive him of an important witness in a search for the fugitive. He's interested in his testimony, not the person in question. Pope puts his testimony in writing and give it to your amico. That should be enough for him, no? I doubt the Comandante will give any more relevant information from questioning him any further than what he's already been through this morning. He'll be surprised that for once I'm the one helping him and not the other way around. Perhaps a simple statement will be enough for him. Obviously, I'm counting on you to remain readily available in case Alessandro has any questions that your statement wouldn't cover. Naturally, I won't leave the region until I've completed my rehabilitation. I'll keep an eye on him. You can be sure of that. I'll keep two. Then settled then. Angel, would you help me assist Hope in writing his statement for the authorities? Certainly. Darby, we're going to prepare a few tasks for our dear new site. I'll spite. That's it then. With these finer details, I think my one-on-one with Alessandre should end well. Do you want me to come with you to the barracks? Just say that I'm planning to talk to him about other subjects that must remain between Alessandre and myself. You just ask him on behalf if he has any news about my father. It's on my list. I'll be sure to ask him. While you're waiting for my return, perhaps you could give Hope a hand on his quest for the right path. Suppose I could do that, yes. Do my best to get back as soon as possible. Good rehabilitation. Behave yourself in the presence of the ladies. Well, Fabiana and the Mother Superior must have finished preparing your list of tasks. Ready to go and meet them? Let's go. There you are, Perfetti. Gentlemen, tasks are ready. Oh, you're very inspired. Oh, ma non tout suite per voi. Tutto, ma non tutto. I have no idea. It's not all for you. Suggested giving you a choice of two piles of tasks. The one to your left and the one in front of you. Me and sisters will take care of the ones you don't choose. Sketch if I take the smaller pile. This pile will ask you to go straight to the people you've wronged. That you might feel unable to do that, hence the second opposone. Can I have a look at what's waiting for me in each pile before I make my choice? Monte. Alright. I see what you're trying to hear. And I'm in. And if you go. What exactly have you chosen to do? First task is to wash myself and choose a more presentable outfit. Second to go and pick wild strawberries to the Black Forest. Third involves invading monsters in the same woods. Guess I was expecting this. Strawberries are for Signora Vincia Borrelia, a hairdresser whose window was vandalized by someone who needed a blonde wig. As for the invasive monsters, they should have already been chased away by the god of LA. However, their schedule has been somewhat disrupted due to the actions of a certain someone. Oh god! What, Toby? I was saying oh god to you. I was saying oh god because Fortuna decided to send the FBI after me. That she did. I know, you're sad. Because Fortuna hasn't been backing Robot Rhapsody, and neither has the rest of these integrates. All of these people that are here, they're not backing Robot Rhapsody, whose Kickstarter starts tomorrow. And if they're not backing it, that means no more treats for you. Oh, what will you do, Toby? What will you do? Oh, this might be the last ear scratch that you get, and you love those. Floppy-eared dogs love ear scratches. There you go. That's all you get for now. No, I'm not going to give you more. No. 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 You're not allowed under my computer desk. You know this. Yeah, you can sit right there. You just embrace the memes. My life is a meme. Hope has already agreed to it, so there's no problem on my side. Good work to you, my two children. If you imagine, we don't have much choice for men. If there's nothing here that appeals to you, we can always take a look in the stockroom. This outfit, perhaps? Especially no? Didn't know we had an outfit like that there. Hot water is ready. How do I look? Am I presentable? Much better. So outfit suits you very well. Perfect. It's one less entry on my long list. So I was picking strawberries forest. No, wasn't it? That's right. Well, I might have to wait a while to complete that one. Strawberry season doesn't start until April. Need to wait? It's really easy to find strawberries at the end of March if you know where to look. Superior wouldn't have put this on the task so high on the list otherwise. Yet I was in the Black Forest just yesterday and didn't see a single strawberry. That's why we'll have to concentrate our efforts to the west of the forest, near the Alzano Road. It's where the strawberry plants get most of the sun. I suppose it make picking much too easy if it waited until the start of the season, wouldn't it? Alright, off to the little trip to the Black Forest. With you. I'll be going with you, of course. Are you coming with us, Angel? Yes, I think so. I haven't really got anything better to do anyway. What are you meant for? Are you from Valencia too? Or from Chateau Noir? I've never been to Valencia or Chateau Noir. See, just from here. Sorry. Too great to forget that appearances can be deceiving. Racist. Ooh, shiny. Nice find. Who could such an object belong to? Oh, hi, words. Something like that, perhaps? Do you recognize this object? Is it yours? Si, si, mio, it's mine. Can I have it back? El molto importante per me. Of course. Very big thank you. As I was saying, it means a lot to me. Not hurry to put on a bracelet. No, this bracelet has much more important purpose than to be worn on my wrist. Decoro. You have to portamento chete. I have to go. Thanks again. No, but that's not possible. She's either the holes or her pocket, or she's doing it on purpose. This is an ordinary bracelet. I should probably give it back to her. I'm gonna keep myself anyway. The bracelet is too out of the ordinary to go unnoticed. Maybe she was going to go talk to the Mother Superior. So is there anything I can do for you? Look at a lady, an armor wearing a tiara and hair similar color of yours. You know, the Valkyrie who often comes to the monastery. What's her name again? Severa? Good, Stella? Yeah, that's her. Are you looking for her? That's something that seemed very important to her. The object you're showing me is very dear to her. She was in the garden a few moments ago. So, normal circumstances, I suggest that you simply entrust me with this bracelet until she returns al Monstera. I think Tutavia means however. She told me earlier that she was leaving soon on a business trip and wouldn't be back for a long time. If we wish, we can try and give her a bracelet before her departure. Think you can give it back to her before she leaves her trip? Trust you, dear children. I don't know what Stella is going to do after she left the garden. Maybe my sisters... Malfoy saved my sister? Yeah, I don't know. More than I do. She's not even here. I think it's pointless to insist she's very absorbed in her work. You. She went outside an hour ago. I saw her heading towards the pasture not long ago. This is the impression they give. In any case, must not disturb them. Oh, they're getting ready to fuck in front of the sheep. How dare they? What's the name you called Stella? Stella? See, she came to see the sheep a few minutes ago. Which way she went? She said something about putting flowers on her grave. How the fuck did we miss her? Okay, so I don't know where she is. Maybe she has already left the monastery. I don't see her. She often in a hurry. She might not be here anymore. Oh. No, I was paying attention either. She may have already left. It was you who saved my life, Vera. Remember you? You were the traveler I rescued from the forest there last week, weren't you? Thanks again, I owe you my life. Come on, it's only natural. You needed a hand, and I was the right person in the right place. That's all there is to it. Just how could I thank you? Act in the same way when you come across someone who needs your help. I will. I think he's gonna eat all the fucking moon. Piddles. Over their tasks, make sure you're safe and fun by be some wonderful people. Yeah. She came here, she got flowers. I don't know why she got flowers from a fucking sheep pasture. Put them on this grave and then fucked on off. Alright. 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 What's the quest thing you say? You know, if running around like a ninny, I could just... pay respects. Find the tomb. Ooh, military cemetery. As you haven't people very often, welcome to this place frozen in time. Oh, wait, there she is. It's you again. I'm not disturbing you. I was about to leave. What can I do for you? Give you your bracelet back, and advise you to put it in, not to put it in the same pocket as last time. Scusa Lorenza. Teo Delusionero. Was it Lerna who wore the bracelet before you? Lorenzo was my comrade at arms. He was infinitely better than me in every way. However, Fortuna decided that it'd be me, and not him, who survived. Anyway, it's on the past. Sacrificed himself so that young people like you could live in the continent at peace. Glad to know that you've been able to mourn. Sora, who's now the Mother Superior, helped me a great deal to overcome this ordeal. It's thanks to her that I am an instructor and not an outlaw today. Mother Superior is a wonderful person, that's for sure. Elzana owes her a lot. You're an instructor, you say? What exactly do you teach? War! Like Lorenzo, I'm a Valkyrie. After more than 20 Anai in the army, I'm now teaching this very demanding art to the next generation. As a practitioner of the discipline, I can affirm 1,000 times over, there's nothing hyperbolic about calling it an art. Now you got me thinking about it. I have to go on a business trip soon. I have to leave you. Arrivederci Bruegornata. I have no idea what the fuck that says. You lost something again. It's one of those cadet asterisks. No big deal. Get more at the academy. Did you see you're a Valkyrie yourself, sister? Keep it. Make better use of it than me. I really have to go. No. Could have all have just taken the stairs. Technically you're not wrong, but it's more stylish this way. Maybe I should have told her I already have a Valkyrie cadet asterisk in the monastery. Oh no, I know. I could just give it to you, Angel. I don't exactly have the ambition to become a Valkyrie myself. Do you really? My intuition suggests that it'd be a good complement to your skills, though. You haven't seen me fight, so shut up. Wait, no, you have. Shut up. Actually, why not give it another try? Maybe I'll like it. I could give you a couple of tips to help you get started. I have a question. Shiny Bitty. So, why are they called Valkyries? And I ask that because my knowledge may be very limited on this, but Valkyries are Norse, or from the Norse mythology, but I don't know. The language does not feel like the Norse. Like I've been saying, it's Espanol or a form of Portuguese. I'm not sure as to which, but I know it's not Norse, or I don't feel like it is. I don't know. I'm dumb. It's fine though. Oh man, all these people that have the same abilities. Whirlwind, Light Blade, Auto Elemental. Lightning Blade. Alright, so let's see. Now that those are done. That's right. Strawberries. Black Forest was... I can't remember. It was this way. Nope. This way. Nope. Oh wait, I think I had to teleport. Using Alonso's teleport spell. Which fucking direction do I go? Ah. If I'm mistaken, you haven't had the chance to visit this side of the forest, Angel. Indeed, I only went into the dense forest in the Sabina region. Let me assure you, here there are no treacherous paths that lead you back to where you came from, just simple roads. On the other hand, the monsters here are much tougher. We'll have to be ready if we stray too far from the road to poke around the tall grass. We're forced to stray from the roads to find our strawberries, obviously. It's going to take a lot of effort to get a whole punnet together, and its value as an apology gift. Think of this collection as a sort of treasure hunt. The time will pass much more quickly than that. You may need to get off TikTok. Why is that? Both of which you would be very unhappy about. Well, no, you would like to diet red again, but I feel like your job wouldn't like that very much. And as far as cutting in as a bob, Toby, why'd you knock that down? I was going to say, as far as cutting your hair in a bob, I feel like you would be very upset with yourself over that.
But also, Debbie currently has purple hair right now, so the red would not be possible.
Ah. But it might be a double standard thing. Might be a double standard thing.
No, but the shade of red is professional.
Toby. Toby. Yeah, I called his name. I gave him ear scritches earlier. Huh? Toby, knock it off. Yeah? Is it not? Aiden's the one who put it to get away. Is it on a different shelf in there? Oh, we found money. Okay, chat, give me a second. I need to go assist Mrs. Part-time. Be right back. Wait, hold on. I should use his full government name. Yeah, you're right. Alright. Time to play Doctor. Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you. Ah, it's a good thing I never went into singing. Too small? That one seems kind of too big, though. Yeah. Your finger. Of course. She remembers she has dinosaur band-aids. And taco band-aids. Does she also have, like 3 different types of special band-aids? Ah. Are they the dinosaur-shaped ones? Oh. You want that one? Honestly, this kind of makes me think of a giraffe.
It's green though.
Yeah. The pattern on it makes me think of a giraffe.
It's supposed to be like scaly skin.
I get that.
Toby, it's not food. See? Toby's trying to eat the news more.
He is dumb, so. And Chad has not given him any treats, so that's why
Starving.
he's starving and dumb.
Poor baby.
You know, poor Toby.
We gotta get some like
For what thing? Why? I feel like it's the perfect.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's yellow light.
See? See? Well, thank you. Put mine back in my purse because I don't need it.
Yes, you will. This gets hurt on a spoon. Ah. That's not. Chat, she causes me a bit of anxiety, but I still love her very much. I know I've gotten some grays because of you. She's definitely caused a few grays for me. Oh! Your performance evaluation.
Burn the hair coach when we're doing that. And it's
Looks like they really do like you.
I know. And then that's pretty much for my entire career there, because it started back in November when I started. That's all the times I've been over a short.
Only 3.
Well, that was quarter 4. But throughout quarters 1 and 2, it was 5. But consider that's 6 months. 5 times I was off.
I mean, hey, you know, good track record.
And I've only worked there for 8.
It does kind of feel like longer. I blame the fact that we had moved in together and all of the...
I also blame the fact that I've been promoted. This is now my 2nd promotion. When I go back into operations. Normally you work as an operator 2 years.
Really? Oh.
You work for a decent company.
Oh, yeah. Ow. Magic. Race. Magic. Ow. I should escape. I'm gonna switch back to the myriad for him. For her. Give you the sword for now. Purely because need someone who's able to switch between weapons. Very strong opponent. Yeah. Seems that way. Do a rally. Alright, just not gonna deal with that. Lightning. Right away! Got a Malachite. Sage's headpiece. Fairy's good card. Well, I hope so. Because I've been having problems with duels as of late because of all the shit cards that I got. That's a barrel. Why do I get the feeling that eventually we're going to find David? It turns out he's perfectly fine. He's just been at a whorehouse this entire time. It's like, well, I was waiting for you responsibly, you know, just like a dad should. You got 6 people pregnant. I was waiting responsibly. Weak to fire. That's better. What? No.
All the way to the door, so one look out the window and right the fuck out.
Alright. I'll see about taking him out in a few minutes and get the... And I'll get a new bulb for about there. Your dog's stupid. You hear that, Toby? No, that's fair. Yeah. Da 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 da. I thought I had a fire spell, but apparently not. see. Yeah, I think after this battle, I'm going to look around a little bit more and then call it, because I got to go replace a light bulb and see about getting the dog to go outside. Because it is a bit of a dumb dog. He can kind of see in the dark. But he's kind of dumb. Ow! How many strawberries was I supposed to get? 16. Oof. Oh, I'm tired. Ugh. Ow. No, it's into that. Okay. Come on. Die already. Dang it. Mario. Ooh, an item. Someone forgot their remedy out here. Well, we should remedy the situation by chugging it for ourselves. Please give me my life-saving medicine. I drank it myself. Sorry about that. I would do that. Alright. Random question. Do those animals throw you off when looking for the shinies? A little bit. But that's mostly because I'm tired. The lack of sleep as of late has been getting to me. Yeah, but it is what it is. At the same time, you don't really want people blazing through, but, you know, it's nice to be able to, like, pause for a moment and, like, be like, did that thing move? Is that an animal or is that a shiny? No, it's not a shiny. Okay, so it's... Oh. Boop, 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 and boop. But yeah, so far I'm still really enjoying it. And, like, again, the whole thing about the language thing, it's more of to where I, as the player, or as the audience, actually is able to understand what's going on. Because even if Angel doesn't, it's very helpful if the player does. Because you ever watch something on, like, Amazon, and I fucking hate this. You watch something on Amazon or, like, Netflix or something, and you turn on the subtitles, and when they have, like, a scene where they're speaking in another language, it just says, like, speaks in foreign language, but it doesn't tell you what the fuck they're actually saying. You know how aggravating that is? Because it's like, yeah, I can understand that they're speaking a foreign language, but I need to know what the fuck they're saying, because it's pretty plot important. Or it's pretty relevant to the goddamn story, or to the characters, because otherwise, why the hell are they saying it? So it's kind of that thought process and so on. Like, I don't mind, or I actually think it's actually a good thing to have, like, bits and blurps of a foreign language in the dialogue and such between characters, especially to show that they are bilingual, or they may not have as great of a command of stuff, but, or greatest command of, like, the common shared tongue. But at the same time, if you're going to have large sections of dialogue that is in this foreign language, just go ahead and translate it, and just make it noted in some form or fashion that it is being done in a foreign language. Again, you know, let me pop this. No. Bump it up. I think I'll catch it right here. So, like, when we did things in regards to, what's a good example? So I used to be in part of a Final Fantasy XIV role-playing guild and such, and, like, whenever we had moments where it's like, oh, hey, they're speaking Ishgardian, which was, you know, pretty much like a, you know, fancy medieval Renaissance French. They would do things like this, you know, we did not think this through, which is kind of like an indication that, like, hey, you know what, let me, heading. So that way it's like, hey, you know, we as the audience, the viewers, the participants and so on, can read it, but by notating it that way, we understand that they are not speaking the shared tongue, the common tongue that everyone else does. So it would be like, you know, person 1, person 2, and then person 3. And then just go to in big in all of this. Kind of like to show, like, the difference in how the dialogue was presented, to kind of, like, indicate, like, oh, hey, you know, these two are talking out loud, but they're talking in a means that the third person doesn't understand because they don't share that tongue with them. That's kind of the thought process, especially, like I said, if you're going to have multiple dialogue boxes. And I understand wanting to have like certain parts of it like veiled in mystery, but there are other ways of writing it to where you can still veil things in mystery, but at the same time keep either the player slightly in dark or the character Angel slightly in dark. Because you could easily have it to where, like, if two characters are talking, say like this is Antonio, this is Alessandre, this is Angel. Antonio is like saying, okay, at some time we need to speak privately. And then the Commandant Alessandre is agreed. And then this to, as you were already using this as an indication of internal, as like Angel is thinking this, not saying it out loud. So that way it's like, we have, this in, I can't remember what language you put it as, Castilian, Calistino speaks, but essentially like, foreign language, internal thought. So that way you can still keep with the idea of, oh yeah, Angel doesn't know what they're saying. And you very clearly, convey that very early on and very clearly to the player, so the way the player knows, oh hey, I as the audience, I as the player know what's being said. They might not say everything in front of me as the player, but I at least have some context as to what's being said, and perhaps even how it is being said. But Angel, the character, has no clue and is being left in the dark. I feel like that would be a much better way of handling it, so that way you don't accidentally alienate parts of your audience or frustrate them, because it's like, oh boy, that's a whole lot of text going on that I have no idea what the fuck they're saying. As mentioned, like, the first time it appeared, it's like, oh cool, is my dyslexia kicking in that bad, or am I having a stroke because I don't know what the fuck is going on? Oh wait, no, they're just speaking a foreign language. Okay, cool. That's something you have to keep in mind when you're working with essentially the idea of multiple cultures and multiple languages being represented in your game, or in your medium in general, be it movies, books, video games, cartoons, etc. Anyways, I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed. I need to shower first. Need to deal with the dog first. I don't think Mr. Midwest is streaming right now because I don't see him. So, in that case, ladies, gentlemen, you wonderful Technicolor rainbow of individuals, both inside and out, as always, I greatly appreciate every single one of you. And I'll catch you guys next time for the next stream, which I think is Thursday. Yes, Thursday. We're still doing Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass. And, yeah. Catch you guys then. Bye for now.